Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new New York Lottery $5 Holiday Riches ticket. This is part of the November 2024 series of tickets that came out in New York, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. And this one is a number match game, and there are a couple multipliers you can find. There's a mitten. There's a couple symbols you can find. There's a mitten for 5 times your prize, and there is a snowflake for 10 times your prize. And then I do believe that this is a second chance drawing ticket. So if it is, make sure that you enter your losing tickets. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the New York Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 3.95, and the only thing that really jumps out on the prize structure are the really long odds of the top prize. Top prize is where it should be, but the odds are way too long. For a $500,000 top prize on a $5 ticket, the odds should be about 1 in a million. So these are, 2 to 3 times longer than what they should be. Shouldn't be 1 in 2.7, 1 in 2.4 million for that top prize. Now we do need to mention taxes in New York. For any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 32.82% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $500,000, I'm going to view this as $335,900. And with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 64 and 65%. This is crazy low for a $5 ticket. I mean, I'm always surprised when I run the numbers and I see the payout on these tickets. It's just so ridiculous and so low. We look for a minimum of 70% payout for every ticket we review on the channel. And the reason we look for 70% is because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. And so for New York to put out a $5 ticket at 64% payout is really a slap in the face to the customer. I mean, the New York Lottery, really, it's so cheap, and they don't care at all about the people who are wasting their money on these tickets. It's really, really sad. Now, the other thing we need to mention about the 64% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see 64% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $100 prize level. And I got to be clear, I would never, ever waste my money on this ticket, and I recommend that you don't waste your money on it either. But we all know there are going to be people who play it. So for those people who are playing it, when they do win on it, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $5 and $100. And there is a split there at the $100 prize level. It's about 43 to 57. So about 43% of these $100 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 57%, though, are going to join all the rest of these other prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 395 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $1,975 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that is significant if you are thinking about playing this game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 53 and 54%. This is a really brutal number. We look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. And the reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing in the 50% range, you just lose your money so fast that to me, it's not fun to play. It's just frustrating. And so, yeah, I mean, why would I waste my money on a $5 ticket when I'm only going to be frustrated by playing it? So this ticket is going to, just really be brutal for 99% of people who are buying it. It's just going to eat your money like crazy. Now here on this page, We're tracking the increases and decreases in New York $5 tickets. You can see the Holiday Riches data point all the way over here on the right. And so there was a little bit of a bump between the last ticket that came out and this one. However, I mean, every single ticket on this $5 ticket list is just complete garbage. So it really doesn't mean anything when everything is garbage. For those people who are playing $5 tickets for some reason in New York, up here in green, you see the best ticket in every column. So if you're playing for overall value, Platinum Power has the most value, but 66% is crazy low still, and that's the best. And then we have, if you're playing for odds, Holiday Riches has the best odds. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Extreme Winnings has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks, but 56%, still really, really brutal. And if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, plus the money has the most money at the top. And then we are keeping track of top prizes over here as well. Now, on this page, we're ranking New York $5 tickets based on overall payout. 64.51 was only good enough for 15th place. So bottom half of the list, it's just a horrible ticket in a long line of horrible tickets. This whole page of tickets is just complete trash. Here on this page, we're ranking based on the bottom 99% payout, so friendliness to the average player. 53.50 was only good enough for 17th place, so getting closer to the bottom here. But again, Extreme Winnings, even the number one ticket is just super brutal for the average player. So again, I mean, if you want to lose a lot of money really fast, this is a great ticket category to play in. Now here on this page, this is an important page because you get to compare $5 tickets across states. Top 35 tickets from the 6 states we're looking at on the channel are here on the page. You don't see New York anywhere on this list. As a matter of fact, the 35th ticket, it had a payout of 71%. This ticket we're looking at has a payout of 64%. So, I mean, you can't get much farther off the list than that. I guess Texas shows that you can get down to 59%, but still, New York not competitive at all with any of the tickets on this list. And we really want to pay attention to Massachusetts. So Massachusetts is the only state that we're looking at that has $5 ticket values where they should be, around 76%. And so you guys live close to Massachusetts. You border Massachusetts. If you're close to that border, you're way better off driving to Massachusetts, getting your tickets, and playing that way. It's just the New York scratch tickets are just such a scam. But the best $5 ticket we've seen came out of Georgia. It was called Fast 50s, had a 77% payout. And we have to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $5 ticket at 77% payout and make plenty of money doing it, that's the key, then why in the world is New York putting out $5 tickets at 64% payout? That's over 13 full percentage points less than what Georgia did with Fast 50s. And that's a huge amount of money when you think about how many tickets make up just one scratch game. 10 million tickets can be involved in just one of these scratch games. Multiply that by the $5 price tag, and that's $50 million that's wrapped up in just one scratch game. 13% of 50 million is $6.5 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players with this Fast 50s game that the New York Lottery is basically stealing from its players every time they put out a $5 ticket. It's wrong. I hate seeing scratch players get taken advantage of, but New York is maybe the worst state that we're looking at on this channel for ripping people off and stealing their money. And I can't wait for somebody to bring a lawsuit against them and have them, take responsibility for stealing people's money. Should be a crime. Now here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets to the average player. So they have the highest payout in the bottom 99%. Lowest ticket, the lowest payout on this list is 59%. This new Holiday Riches ticket had 53, so you can see how brutal it is compared to, some of the other friendlier tickets that we've seen on the channel. Here on this page, this is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this Holiday Riches ticket. $1 tickets in Massachusetts regularly come out at 69% payout. That's like 5.5 percentage points more almost than what you're getting from a $5 ticket in New York. That's crazy. Best $2 ticket we've seen came out of Georgia. What is this, 9.5%? higher than what you're seeing from a $5 ticket in New York. This is completely backwards. You should never have cheaper tickets with higher payouts than more expensive tickets, even if it is across state line, doesn't matter. So, New York should be embarrassed about this ticket. They should be ashamed of how they're treating the citizen. You would think a government would take care of its citizens, but not New York. And they should be apologetic to the people who are wasting their money unknowingly on this ticket. So, shame on New York. I can't wait for them to have to be held accountable for this. Excuse me. Now, here on this page are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. You don't see any, well, I guess you do see one New York ticket here. That $1 instant take 5 ticket, that's the one kind of bright spot in the New York scratcher world. That one I would buy. But other than that, New York tickets overall are just garbage. Here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets to the average player. And so, there's 1 or 2 New York tickets here on this list. But, overall, New York tickets are just horrible. This is no exception. But this is about it for the New York Lottery $5 Holiday Riches ticket. I wouldn't touch it. I would never, ever waste my money on this. And I recommend you do the same. If you are into $5 tickets and you live close to Massachusetts, take a drive. Get you some good $5 tickets, or find a Massachusetts Scratcher on social media that you like and trust, and go in on some $5 tickets with a Massachusetts Scratcher. That's my advice. You'll get way more bang for your buck by doing that than wasting your money on these. But that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.